Welcome to NOX. This is At the Movies episode. We just saw Alien Romulus. This is directed by Fede Alvarez and written by him as well, and Rodo Sedegas.
Rodo Sedegas. It's starring Kaylee Spaney, David Johnson, and Archie Renault, and a whole bunch of other people. I will say David Johnson's character of Andy was the best. He had the most range. But yeah, let's talk about the movie a little bit. So this is a continuation of the Alien franchise.
Yes.
A very dark new spin. This guy, Fede Alvarez, he's also done the new Evil Dead
Evil
films.
Dead, Don't Breathe 2.
Yeah.
What I really like about this film is that it takes place right after Aliens. I think it's 20 years after Alien, and then because this sequel, Aliens, it's 50 years. So this is in between. So it's a sequel. Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Very fun fact, yeah. So yeah, what can be said about this? Personally, I was very disappointed. I came in with very high expectations, even though we should have no expectations. And as it went on, not going to give you any spoilers, but it seemed to get worse. I would say the third act was an absolute mess. The cast, aside from Andy, who I think that guy was great. Let me shout him out again. David Johnson. His character of Andy had the most range.
Never seen him in anything.
He was really good. He had the juiciest part. He had the most to work with. But to be honest with you, my opinion, everyone else in there, no offense to the actors, the characters were just two-dimensional and hollow and kind of sucked. Well, and I just didn't feel anything for any of them.
Actually, and as well, it was... see, I enjoyed the movie, but I did have my problems with the movie as well. It was really hard to understand them, too, because they have like a thick accent, too.
A lot of Brits.
A lot of British people in this movie.
Oh, hey, we love our British NOX fans.
But I will be watching this in subtitles for sure. Beginning was awesome, I think. I liked seeing the world of like the alien and seeing it grounded on the Earth.
Sure, yeah.
I think it was just like you said, it progressively got a little bit dumb. Yeah. I think there might be a director's cut because I felt like they did a lot of jump cuts to random scenes in this movie.
I will say it held my attention all the way through. I'll give them that. If I got to extend an olive branch, because I know a lot of people love this movie, and also those of you who are out there who may want to see this, I don't want to let you down. Still, go see it. If you're an Alien fan, go check it out. But just my personal opinion, I think it started up here, and I would say every 20 minutes it just kept ratcheting down and down and down. But yeah, not to rag on it too much. I'll talk about the positives. I'll say 3 things that I really liked. The character of Andy, the android, he was badass. Great range, great versatility. I think the practical effects were fantastic. They did a really good job with that, and the set design was top notch. It was just beautiful to look at. It was really just amazing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to actually agree on all of those 3 things. Practical effects. I know seeing the BTS behind this movie, it was really cool to see. They actually made all the little face grabbers and everything, huggers, is that they called?
Yeah.
They were crawling around. You can tell some of them were RC, little robotic ones crawling. It was really cool. The xenomorph looked awesome. I think the suspense was still there in the movie, but again, it was just the last act. It just felt a little rushed.
The third act was a mess.
But I still enjoyed it. I won't say I hate on it. I think it's been a while since I've seen the rest of the movies. I mean, I saw the first one not too long ago, and I still enjoy that. And I think this is a good sequel to it. I don't mind it for what they had to do, what they had to work with, and a lot of it was like you said, the set design, the practical effects. It was really cool, seeing the world. But again, that last act, oof. But I will say it's still terrifying. That last bit, for me at least, it was terrifying.
Not at all. For me, not at all.
It's okay to have different opinions.
Oh, of course. No, I know. I respect your opinion. And like I said, if you guys want to go see it, still go see it. Go check it out. It's a cinematic experience. But just for me, a little underwhelming, definitely. I think even the jump scares, I was kind of cheap. I don't know. But I was expecting something else. Like I said, didn't connect with any of the characters except for Andy, the android. Everyone else, I was just kill him, please. Get it over with. And there was also a part that was quite a few parts that were very predictable. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but as soon as they would, introduce a few plot points and a few characters, I'm it was boom, really cut and dry, what was going to happen to them. So I don't know. It just not my cup of tea.
I will say there's still cool callbacks to the original movie as well. And I know it's not your cup of tea, but I think I enjoyed it. I think
cheesy callbacks.
I don't know. I'll go back and watch this again, especially with subtitles for sure.
Probably a one-time watch for me, honestly. Probably a one-time watch. But It was funny how you mentioned the RC like face huggers. It made me think. Did you guys see that clip I sent you where it was like Alien? I think Resurrection, where they had like a dog, a dog in an alien suit, which I thought was hilarious. So nothing like that, but yeah, this movie did have some strengths, definitely. You know, those three that we outlined, definitely, but it just, yeah, it went downhill fast. And like I would say about an hour into the movie, I was like, oh, this is a 4 out of 5. This is solid. By the end, I was like, man, I can barely give this 3 stars. Like it was, yeah. So I'm gonna say my rating for this is a begrudging 3 stars. For me, it was a disappointment. Probably a one-time watch. A beautiful spectacle with shitty characters and a pretty weak script.
I don't want to give it a 4 per se. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I still enjoyed it. I'm gonna go back and watch it. I'm hoping he'll come out with the unrated version of it, which he does for most of his films. So I think the runtime was probably he had to work with the runtime a little bit, even though it is lengthy. But I felt like there was stuff missing in this film, so I can't wait to see that version of his film. So I don't know, 3.5 for me. I think it's enjoyable. I think it still has suspense, but there is silliness to this movie, which I mean you can see with the practical effects. But I love it.
I'd rather go back and watch Alien versus Predator, personally. But, you know, to each their own. I know a lot of people, I have a lot of friends who love this movie, so I'm sure some of you, you know, keyboard warriors will say, you don't know what you're talking about, That's fine. If you liked it, awesome, cool, congrats. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments. But for me, this was a miss.
Not a miss for me.
Yes. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, but also I got to say the same thing, too, going back to Fede Alvarez. I thought Evil Dead Rise was a piece of trash, so...
He didn't do that, so...
Oh, he did?
Nope, joke's on you.
I thought he worked on it.
No, he did not do Evil Dead Rise. He only did Evil Dead, the 2013 version.
Are you positive?
100%.
He wasn't even a producer on it?
He might have been a producer, but he didn't direct or written it.
I just want to not like him. That's what
I like him. I like both his films, Don't Breathe and Evil Dead. I
haven't seen any of those.
I think he's really solid when it comes to horror films.
Okay.
And especially with a big franchise like this, I mean, I think he did a solid job.
Okay, well, I haven't seen Don't Breathe, and I haven't seen the Evil Dead remake, so maybe I'll give him a shot. But this one, he could have done better. Yes. All right, guys.
Me, the camera guy, I give it a thumbs down. I didn't like it. Well, shoot, it was the acting. I just thought was pretty awful from 90% of the cast.
Agreed.
And that killed it for me in the beginning. And the characters that were getting killed off weren't likable. I hadn't really developed a relationship with them on screen to where I liked them. So when they got killed, I thought it was just great. Like I was so happy.
That's my thing too. I actually enjoy them getting killed.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
I wasn't upset about them dying or anything. I like them dying. So yeah.
Yeah, but I wish that I wanted them to not die
More
before
connection
they
to the
died,
characters.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I only connected with, let's just say, the main girl who was cast in this. But
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it killed me at the end. There's a heroic catchphrase that just totally flops, and literally everybody in the theater was just cracking up.
Yeah, it was silly.
Man, I like sci-fi movies. I wanted to like this movie, but I'm sorry.
So that being said, agree with me, disagree with me, whatever. To each their own. Not a huge fan, but what I will say is, if I had to pick something, similar to watch instead, I would say go back and watch Prometheus. Go back and watch Alien.
Not Prometheus.
You don't like Prometheus?
I love Prometheus.
It's so slow.
See, I would pick Prometheus over this any day of the week.
I have to rewatch. Are you sure you don't think of Alien Covenant?
100% Prometheus. Yeah, Covenant I was kind of meh. But
well, like you said earlier, AVP for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, if I had to pick between this and Prometheus, I think I like Prometheus a lot more, definitely. But difference of opinion. And I would say if Alien is not your cup of tea, go back and watch Blade Runner or Blade Runner 2049 or whatever.
I actually agree. A lot of the technology and there's some scenes that actually reminisce Blade Runner when I was watching this film. So yeah, I agree with that.
But if I had to give this any praise, like I said, to extend an olive branch, to extend an Alien olive branch to you guys, practical effects, tremendous. Set design, fantastic. And what was the other thing? I forgot. But yeah, cinematography.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, go check it out. Be kind.
Rewind.
And subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
I feel like I was so awkward.